Welcome, everybody, to the second episode of Tacos.
And Crackers.
Brought to you by
HBO Showtime.
and Appalachian Tree Service of Atlanta.
Appalachian Tree Service.
Don't forget. So, as you can tell, I am Cracker, and this is...
A taco. Un taco. En español.
We've been playing around with the idea of what kind of intro music we want to have. So, I had brought up in the last episode the Three Amigos. I'm a little buttercup. And Taco here has yet to see that. So, we figure we'll watch it with you and get your reaction and his reaction and see if we want this to be our intro song.
Our thing, right? So I hope you get comfortable for the next 2 hours. We're gonna watch the whole movie.
Whole movie. We're not gonna say a word. We're just gonna be on the screen.
Yeah, we're just gonna be drinking. By the way.
Cheers, man. Drinking. Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
No talking during the movie. That's so rude. I hate when people talk during movies.
I love hating people that talk in the movies.
You just fucked my mind. I don't even know what you just said.
I got you there for a second.
All right, so here's Three Amigos. I'm a little buttercup.
Time. All right. We're going to do a little number for you, but remember we're a bit rusty, so bear with us.
Just like us.
Just like
we're
the
a bit
old
rusty.
days.
Just bear with us.
Maestro?
By the way, they're wearing mariachi suits.
You're badass killers, though. Love Chevy Chase.
My little buttercup has the sweetest smile.
We should actually do the dance
Won't you stay
at the intro.
Yeah,
Like coming into every episode.
with me where moonbeams bathe the sky?
We can sing the song
And
too.
you
Right?
and I might linger in the sweet by and by.
So if you don't know the
Dear little
premise or the
buttercup,
background,
with your eyes so
they got
blue.
called down, like this Mexican village in Acapulco saw a movie with them in it, and in the movie they play like these badass fighters of justice.
And I will
And they're getting,
down in
the
a
little village is
cottage
getting
built
harassed by
for
this gang of Mexicans,
Right.
and
I love you.
so they write to them saying, "Hey, come protect us." But they think that it's a movie thing. But everybody in Mexico thinks that they're these badass killer guys.
Dear little
Makes
buttercup,
it even more funny.
That's why they're all scared of them.
Yeah.
you and I will settle down in a cottage built for two.
The guns must be real and they think they're toys.
Dear little buttercup, sweet little buttercup, my little buttercup, I love you.
Yeah. So what do you think? Should we do it as our intro song?
I know, right?
Or the dance at least?
Oh my god. So I haven't watched that movie. I know it exists. I know it's a thing.
God, dude.
And
we're going to watch it.
But we should watch it.
We are going to watch it, man. It's it's a classic. Like that is a classic comedy that will forever throughout the ages be funny.
And ever since I started hanging out with you and Richie and the boys is like they've told me about the Three Amigos and stuff that and I'm like, yeah, I think I've seen it, but no, man, I haven't seen it. I thought I did, but I really want to watch it, man. I freaking love. No, that's my beer, Ludwig.
I think like that's one of those throughout the ages movies that will always be funny.
Yeah.
No matter how young or old, it's always going to be a funny movie.
Man, no, I love those three guys. I don't know the name of the third guy because it's obviously
Steve
Chevy
Martin.
Chase, Steve Martin, and the other guy,
Martin Short.
Martin Short.
Yeah.
They actually released a special on Netflix
Oh, really?
recently. Yeah, a few months ago. Steve Martin and Steve Short. Yeah,
Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Steve Martin and Martin Short.
I don't think it's Martin Short. Is it Martin Short?
Is it?
Now I'm getting confused.
Oh shit. Anyways,
We're gonna look like idiots. People. The one person that watches is gonna
So last time,
leave
man.
us negative It's his name, idiot.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's
what's
Martin
that?
Short though.
Martin Short, yeah. It makes sense. Martin Short.
And
Like,
then Steve
I think
Martin.
it is Martin Short. And Steve Martin.
Yeah.
And Chevy Chase. And I remember Chevy Chase, from where?
Hey, no, sir.
We have Ludwig.
You are
here.
not
We're
gonna eat
introduce
my.
you to Ludwig soon.
You're not gonna eat my virtual reality. So
And we were
good at segue. My dog eating my virtual reality system.
oh yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that, Ludwig.
I thought I gave him a big enough bone to keep him occupied. Apparently, I didn't.
So Ludwig last time he was like super tired because we started the podcast at around 1 a.m.
Yeah, he slept
Something like that.
literally the whole
And
night.
right now it's 10:34 p.m. He's like a little kid.
Run around tearing shit up. It's okay.
Hey, can you?
Luckily,
Ludwig,
he's cute.
Can you come up here? Like maybe. I'm not pushing you. I'm not ordering you, making you. But just come in.
He's like, no, just rub me.
Oh, he's very cute. And
It's a
last time, dude,
little
we were-
5-month-old German short-haired pointer.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's very beautiful. It's a German thing. Dude, last time we talked about
Come here, babe.
DUIs. We talked about getting arrested. Hey, baby.
Hell no. Can anybody
We
see
talked
him?
about Uber rides, Uber riders. Hey, come here.
He's too interested in the chords right now.
And we're gonna do
Oh.
something different
He
tonight.
likes whiskey too, apparently.
Definitely.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
wow,
sir.
he's going straight for the whiskey.
No, sir. You're not getting that.
And I would like to point out before we start, today's conversation, your shirt, man.
Oh,
Tell us about your shirt, please. Show it.
Well, I'm covered in pussy, like usual. You probably can't see all the sweet little kittens. Little
Yeah, man.
American flag, no big whoop.
Hey, you know what? Let's do it
Nothing
again.
more American
and I'm
than
gonna
kittens.
put you
and
right here. You're
Nothing-
red, man.
Nothing more American than kittens and American flags. Right?
I cannot even talk to you straight with the mullet.
What mullet? This is my hair. I grew it since the last episode.
So check out his hair.
Hey, how's it going?
It makes me uncomfortable, but it gives me something to look at when I talk to you.
It reminds me of like the 90s, 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
When I first started playing video games. It's kind of what my hair was like. What was the first game you ever played?
Oh man, definitely. It's a Mario Bros.
Mario?
NES.
I think that's pretty much anybody from our era
Yeah,
is going to be Mario.
yeah, because you're 1 year older than I am. Just one, I think. I'm 84. 1984.
So I'm 3 years.
3. Holy shit! I thought you
Hey,
were 1
hey,
year older
hey.
than that.
I'm not
Oh,
making
that's
me
a
feel
shitload.
old. God.
No, you're fucking old. That's like a lot, man. What am
Yeah,
I
I'm
doing
38.
here?
I'm an old
Jesus
fart.
Christ! Hey, man, I just got a call from somebody from my age. I'll be back, man.
Yeah, you're like, sorry, Gramps. Gotta
Sorry,
go.
Grams.
Can't
I'm
hang out
just
with you.
teasing him. That's not true.
I wear Depends diapers now. I've gotten to that age where I wear Depends diapers. Everything hurts all the time.
Yeah.
When I
Get
get
some
up, I
comfortable ones.
grunt. I'm applying for my Medicare right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Thanks, Obama.
Okay, good. He laid down.
Thanks, Obama. Hey, man. So, what was the first game that you ever played?
That was Mario. Well, actually, I can't say that. That was my first Nintendo game. First game I ever played, if I remember correctly, was... I can't remember the name of it. It's like Log Jumper or some shit.
Log Jumper?
Or Cliff Jumper, Cliff Diver.
You want me to look it up?
You can. It was an Atari game. It was an Atari game where you
Atari-
had to like...
Atari Log?
Maybe Log
Oh, well, let's do Atari Jumper, and then it should complete.
I don't see it
Christmas
on
Jumper.
Yeah, Atari games. It was... Oh, there it is. Right there. Oh, Pitfall. That's what it is.
Oh, Pitfall.
Yeah.
So, Atari classic game.
Yeah, Pitfall.
Oh, this
dude.
one. Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I was obsessed with that game.
I definitely remember that one. I'm gonna remove the audio just so. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. There you go.
So,
Dude,
I used to love this game. It was freaking awesome.
I remember this, but vaguely, like very, very vaguely. I must have played it once or twice, but I remember it's a thing.
I want to say
Oh,
almost.
Prince of Persia.
That was Nintendo.
Nintendo. I used to play it on
Yeah.
PC.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
There's a game. I remember when PC first came out, and God, it was so awful. And there was this game called Loom.
Loom, dude, I loved Loom.
I never could get past like the third board.
No, I was able.
So that Prince
Loom
of Persia
PC.
game right there that you just pulled up was like
Oh, the one
one
before?
of my favorite games.
Which
ever.
one? Pitfall?
No, that Prince of Persia
Prince of
one.
Persia. Are you okay, Ludwig?
Trying to tear his new bed up. I just bought him one. Hey, stop.
He just tore his old bed up, so I just had to buy him a new one.
So this is the Prince of Persia. They're already muted.
Oh yeah,
No thanks, dude. I remember this.
I think that was Super Nintendo, not regular Nintendo.
Yeah,
But
maybe
yeah,
Super Nintendo. I'm not sure. Well, it's 1989. It must have been Nintendo.
Yeah, it was so
Dude,
good.
the sounds.
I used to love this game, man.
This is way much color than the one that I used to play.
Man, I was about to say these graphics look a whole lot better than what I remember.
Yeah, I think this must be like a
Remake or something.
remake, something like that, definitely. But the Loom game, dude, that was amazing. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Loom was.
Dude, Loom was great. Loom PC. And we're talking about the PC game, right? Like,
Mhm.
well, the old one, the first
Yeah.
one,
Yeah,
1990. Dude, this was like. Let me see. I just
Oh,
selected
yeah.
something, but I remember
God,
that
I
you.
remember that.
Yeah.
The sounds. You had to like go through, learn the songs.
Exactly, like depending on the sounds that you would make is, like
Yeah.
that is the thing that you had to do. Oh, he's invisible.
Huh.
Let me click somewhere else. Feel free to tell me, where you want to click or not.
Well, like I said, I never made it past
yeah.
like the third board, so this is all brand new to me.
Man, I remember this.
I do
game.
remember that you had to dye your cloth. You had to find dye or something.
So, one of my now that we're here, man, one of my super favorite games. I think like he's learning or something like that right now.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's still dripping.
one of the games that I by the way, okay, real quick story.
Yeah.
Why I was playing so many like PC games, it's because my father he used to own a business about software licensing.
Mm-hmm.
So we always had a PC at home. Maybe a couple, maybe 3, but not more than 3. I remember that we used to have like one in the room and one in the living room, and so we used to have a lot of games, and we used to have like the original games, like like I used to have like the big box of the Loom game and
Yeah.
the big box of the and the big box of the Indiana Jones game. This is where I was going
Yeah.
right now. I wanted to show you. Is this in the camera? No.
No.
It's not. Oh, I love
But you
so
keep
much.
hearing him sniff. I keep hearing when his nose gets close to my mic. I hear it.
Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that?
So what were you saying?
So- Yeah, dude. One of my favorite games ever on PC, like from the first games that I ever played, is the PC game Indiana Jones, and The Last Crusade. Did you ever get a chance to play this?
No.
Let me show it. Let me show it on the screen.
I don't think so, but that was one of my favorite Indiana Jones movies.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I was more acquainted with the game than the movie, like that. And I remember that whenever I would get like into because everything is a
That's a
oh dude,
Lucasfilm.
we have to see the intro.
Lucasfilm game.
We gotta see the intro.
Did Lucasfilms produce Indiana Jones?
Yeah, dude, it's George Lucas. Indiana Jones is George Lucas, man.
What's he doing?
The genius of Star Wars and Indiana Jones. And what I was gonna say about the game is that I would play the game at home, of course, and whenever I would be in a place that I could not go through, I would call, and this is true, I would call my father's employees.
Really?
I would literally call my father's employees. I remember because I would used to get along with them and stuff.
Yeah.
And they would over the phone tell me
How to
how to pass that part. And imagine, like, now that I think about it, is like, so the son of my boss's son is calling me to play a stupid fucking game, and I
No
gotta help
way.
him.
That's awesome.
And I didn't know that, but this game, it was really, really cool. And I remember the how do you say catacumbas in English, dude? Like the catacombs? No, is that even a word?
Catacombs, yeah.
Is it? Yeah. In Paris, under the streets of a city in France,
Yeah.
something like that. Well, anyways, man,
That's
you've
when
been
he
looking
busted
at
the floor out.
you've been looking at my games, man. What other game were you playing when you were like super young, or the first games besides these?
Well, my ultimate game forever, for all time, which you can probably tell throughout my house how many
Zelda.
The Legend of Zelda things
Zelda,
I have.
fuck yeah.
As by far has been my favorite game series ever in history. Those the second game I played, the second Nintendo game I played, and it was so incredible. The original Legend of Zelda.
Is this it?
Yeah. Now I will say, the second one I did not beat.
I'm just gonna select a random scene.
This music just brings me back.
Dude.
Look at that, dude. It's awesome. Just the sounds and the music, just everything about it. But I remember, like, when I first started playing this game, I, like, lost myself.
Yeah.
You know, this was, I guess, I would assume it's probably the first RPG ever made. So, I just, like, got immersed in the story.
Yeah.
And me and all my buddies, we'd get together and we'd play Zelda. We'd get together and we'd make these fake little bows, and our parents would give us like food, red and blue food coloring.
No way.
For the potions, and
yeah,
we'd have our fake little swords, and we'd go run through the creek and
dude, that's
run
fun.
through the woods, and it was like endless hours of the most fun. And
that song is amazing. The one that's playing right now.
Oh, it's an all-time forever classic. Like I loved Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
But then I played this, and this thing like just took off. But now it's funny because the second Zelda was so different. It was actually kind of awful. And it was like impossible. And that's the one I never beat.
Which one again?
The second Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the whole name to it was, but it was so hard. There's this funny YouTuber called the Angry Video Game Nerd. And he bashes the second Legend of Zelda and about how hard it was to beat.
Oh, I remember this. We at home we used to have this the yellow one.
Yeah.
We used to have. I mean, obviously my brothers, not me. By the way, my brothers are.
They're gold.
They're 7 and 9 years older than I am, so they're like way, like 7 and 9 years older. So I remember this cover, like the one that we were looking at right now.
So that was like always the big Zelda thing, was
right.
It being a gold game. I mean, honestly, these sounds are bringing back multiple memories too. I spent hours.
Yeah, I remember this. I did not used to play it that much, but I remember playing this with my brothers. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Like I remember those songs like it was yesterday, dude. It's so amazing how your body or your mind remembers these songs.
Yeah, nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's how, like that. I mean, I'm not very knowledgeable on it, but of course I understand that sounds and smells, like they're gonna bring you back.
Yeah.
You know, to certain memories. And I find it fascinating with these games because, like, these sounds for you are what Loom is for me.
Oh yeah.
You know, and the Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
Because I was so into those games. But
Dude,
I do remember this.
You know what's funny is like this game came out at the same time as Mario 2 came out.
Yeah.
And my cousin, who I lived with at the time, my mom and I had just moved back down here. She wanted me to get the second Mario, but I was like obsessed with Zelda.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I'm gonna get Zelda instead.
Oh, I used to love this game.
And then I was so bummed out when I got that Zelda because it was so hard.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it like the first one. And then we finally got this one, and this one was so different than any Mario Brothers. Remember, you had to like dig through the sand and stuff. Yeah. But I actually really enjoyed this one.
So, and it's a true story. I looked it up on the internet a few years ago, and the game that we got here in the U.S., Mexico, like outside of Japan, this is the third Mario game, and it came here to the U.S. and Mexico and all the other countries as Mario Bros. 2. Yeah, there's another game.
Oh my god, dude, I forgot about that. You started like that.
Yeah.
Oh man. God.
So this is the third Mario Bros. Game.
So what was the first one then?
No, the first one is the first one that we all know.
So what's the second one?
Oh, that's Japanese.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember the details of like why it was not marketed to us like that.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen. Like it was a thing.
Dude,
and that's
God,
why
this is reminding me.
Yeah.
God, this is definitely
It brings you back, right?
Trip down memory lane, bro.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's keep going, man. What did we play after this? Let me remember.
Well, I would say, I mean, for Nintendo, there's all kinds of games, man. There's like that.
Right.
I can't even think of all the names, like Marble Madness.
Marble Madness.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, dude, it was so much fun. There's like Marble Madness, yeah, right there at the top.
Really? What is that? Looks terrible, man.
It was so much fun though. You had to like get this marble through all these obstacles. It was so hard, but it was so much fun.
It sounds hard.
Oh, God, I even remember this music.
Really?
Yeah, are you kidding me?
I had never seen.
Yeah,
this
and like
in my
every
life.
time it hits a wall or something, it bounces. And it's like really hard to control, but dude, it looks stupid, but it was so much fun. It was so challenging.
No, it looks cool, man. Don't get me wrong. So, at home, we didn't have, and this is something that I really hated. Yes, Dad, I'm talking to you. This is true because my dad listens to this. I know that. I hated that we didn't have a Super Nintendo. We had a Sega Genesis.
Really?
Yeah.
So you hated that?
I really, really liked the Sega Genesis, but everybody else had Super Nintendo.
So
everybody else. So it was kind of.
So I went to Sega as well. Ironically.
Really?
I did not go to.
This is the one.
The Super Nintendo. You know what's funny is my mom was like, "Do you want a Super Nintendo?" And I was like, I was like, "No, there's nothing wrong with my Nintendo. I love my Nintendo."
Right.
She's like, "Yeah, but this is the new one. It's gonna be." I was like, I was like, "No."
Yeah.
And then I saw Sonic, and I was like, "Oh my god,
yeah,
I want that." So I got a Sega instead. Now I eventually did get the Super Nintendo. Yeah. I eventually got the Super Nintendo because I wanted the Zelda Link to the Past. And then I like that Mario. There's a lot of other games that I like too. But Yeah, I mean, back to the Nintendo. God, there was so many good games like that Skate or Die game.
Skate or Die?
Yeah. You remember that?
No, but it's
It's a skateboarding game. Then there was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
That was like the impossible game to beat.
Yeah, you're right. There were two big
Castlevania,
games.
Contra.
Oh no, Contra 2, that was amazing as
Yeah.
well. And the
Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
Or Gaiden,
Is
yeah.
it Gaiden or Gaiden? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
I always
Mexican,
thought it was
you're
Gaiden,
American, dude.
but people always say it's Gaiden, so I don't know.
Gaiden. I think it's Gaiden. I don't know. Oh man, look at this.
Dude, I totally
this thing.
remember these bonus rounds.
Yeah.
They're so difficult.
And I was gonna tell you. Oh yeah, the Turtles in Time.
Oh yeah.
That best game ever, dude. Best Ninja Turtles game ever.
Yeah.
Dude, I freaking love this game. This was one of the best games.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually bought it
Wasn't
for
that
my Xbox.
that was like an arcade game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was actually.
Dude, it was the best.
it's
You go to the
supposed to be an
arcade,
arcade. Yeah.
you could get with 4 of your buddies or
Yeah.
3 of your buddies.
Hells yeah.
You guys could just sit there and play. Oh, what you doing, Bubs? You just gonna lay there and go to bed? Just gonna lay at my feeties and chew on me? God, this game is so good. So you know what's fun, dude?
Yeah.
What we should do? Well, actually, they're probably closed right now because of quarantine. But there's this place called Joystick in Atlanta.
Dude,
They have this
I've
game.
been there a few times. Yeah.
They have this game.
Let me close the other. What do I have here? There you go. Yeah.
It's so much fun. Like
I know.
you can just drop a quarter and go to town on it, man.
We are. I think we started the quarantine in Georgia the 16th of March. I think that's when we started it here. I remember that because that's about the date when I returned the car and stuff.
Yeah,
So right now, today it's April the 29th. So we've been in quarantine for a month and a half, man.
well, I haven't been. Everybody else has been.
I have been.
For me, life's been the same.
Yeah.
I've been working every day.
Essential work.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a lot worse. That's for damn sure.
I honestly say that.
As much as I would have loved to have had 2 or 3 weeks off and just hang out around the house and do nothing, drink all day and get stuff done, and ignore the people that are working like I get every day.
Yeah.
From all my friends that are bored sitting at home, they think that I just want to talk to them for hours, so they call me nonstop while I'm trying to work. You know who you are. Stop calling me during the day while I'm trying to work, please. Thank you. Oh, dude, Mega Man, yes. Oh,
But Mega Man X, Mega Man 10. This
Well,
is the good one.
the original one was, I was obsessed with the
Oh
original.
no, the original one was it's
And
like it's a standard.
What about
but-
Metroid?
Oh man. So is it Metroid? That's how you say it? Because
Yeah.
in Mexico I remember of course like very vividly that we say Metroid.
Metroid?
Hey, yeah. It's like in Spanish we would say vamos a jugar Metroid. O sea, Metroid.
So it's basically just saying it a little bit faster.
Yeah.
We say
And
Metroid.
we emphasize on the letter O, Metroid.
Huh.
It's
I
Metroid.
guess we emphasize on the letter T, Metroid.
Yeah, Metroid. And which version? There's many versions.
Dude, I'm going with all originals right now.
When did you find out Metroid was a woman, was a girl? No.
I don't remember. It's a very good question.
I think I saw it on a meme or something like that. I saw it like on the
You mean recently?
5-6 years ago.
Really? No, I knew a long time ago.
No.
Like I knew when I was younger.
1986. Oh my god.
God, yeah, look at that.
So there was a Metroid for NES. I mean, I know this is one. I don't know if this is the one that I used to play, but there was one that I used to play. I remember it very vividly. I don't know what version of it was.
This is the one I used to
Who
play.
died? Oh no, I didn't. I think this is the one that I used to play.
I would imagine it should be.
I remember a different level. Let me see. Let me scroll through the levels. No, it must have definitely been a more recent one than this.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
What was-
I remember this one.
What was the game of these guys that would turn into animals?
Oh. Is it called,
Primal-
like, Beast,
Primal
Beast
something.
or something?
Something Beast, maybe.
I remember that. That was a Sega game. I
Yeah.
think.
Sega, Genesis. I think it was Primal. No, Prime Time Football. What about Primal? No.
Try Beast.
Beast.
Beast. It says Beast game.
Yeah, the Beast game. I think there's a lot of people looking for a Beast game.
There it is. Right,
Yeah,
the
Altered Beast.
That's
Dude, I
right.
remember we used to have this.
God.
I don't know if we had it or we rented from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
We
This
used to
game-
rent games
dude,
from Blockbuster.
This game was awesome. So you know what's cool
Yeah.
is
Rise from your grave.
think on my PlayStation right now. If you get the PlayStation 4,
Dude, he's jacked.
I know.
Holy shit.
Well, he's still small. Wait till he gets actually jack. You know, I just realized these are like old Roman people.
Yeah.
Or maybe
right.
maybe Greek.
What happened to his?
He
Dude,
got
what happened to
jacked,
his-
man.
No,
He-
but
he got-
his fucking shirt.
Dude, when he gets jacked, he rips right
Look,
through his shirt. Watch.
Power.
Buff. His pecs just pop right out.
Why would you do that, man? Now he looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, well, just wait. He's about to go beast mode.
Well, actually, the wrestlers come from Roman culture
Yeah.
and stuff.
It's called Greco-Roman wrestling,
Greco-Roman
right?
wrestling, yeah.
But I think that's more like actual wrestling. Oh,
Holy
shit.
shit.
Now it's
Look at his head.
hands
Look at the
forward.
size of his head.
Uh,
No way,
that's
funny.
not like you're not like WWE wrestling. Though.
Oh, there you go.
You're thinking about like actual real wrestling, like Olympic wrestling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one that I meant.
I mean, I think even the Olympics were made there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the Olympics are a Roman thing, too.
Well, I think it's Greek. Actually.
Yeah, you're right. Greek. That sounds.
So anyway, I got this Game Pass thing
Yeah.
on PlayStation. It's like $60 for the year or something.
Xbox too.
But you can play. It's got hundreds of old games. Now it doesn't have Nintendo games because Nintendo has all the rights to it.
Yeah.
Which is one thing I love about Nintendo. Nintendo can download any game
Yeah.
for super cheap. But I saw like a lot of games on the PlayStation one. But I thought Nintendo bought all the Sega games because you can get like all the Sonics and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Oh, you
On the-
can? Well, actually. But from where? Because Sonic, I think Nintendo owns Sonic now. I think.
Oh, I thought they owned the rights to all Sega games, but maybe it's just Sonic. But yeah, if you go on like the Nintendo store, you can buy like the original Sonic for like $3. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What was that one game? It was a Sega game where you're driving to California in a Ferrari.
Lamborghini, something like that.
Yeah, it was like a red one with the top down.
I remember. Yeah, I
It
remember
was like
the
a
arcade.
convertible.
One. I remember the arcade.
Yeah, it was like a Sega game. I used to love playing that game. You had to like pick different routes to go.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Started off at like one point, and then it broke into 4 roads and like 8
Yeah.
roads, and you had to like pick the way you wanted to go.
I don't remember
dude.
that.
No, you want to know? What was,
Did you see the Ford Thunderbird?
no.
Like the incoming Ford Thunderbird, and then it's got like an incoming BMW. Look at it. That's a BMW.
Oh, I thought that was a cop car. I thought that was a cop car. It's pretty
No, they're
actually
behind. You're behind them.
pretty fascinating to me how good these graphics still were back then, even though they look like garbage.
Yeah.
It's very clear what they're trying to display.
Right. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know, it was another great game.
Yeah.
Freaking Road Rash. You ever play Road Rash?
I think so.
The street bike.
Let me wait for this thing
racing
to.
game.
What platform was it?
I think it was Sega. Yep,
Road
Road
Rash.
Rash.
You're right. It's right here.
Yeah, there it is, man.
Oh,
I used to be
the
obsessed
kicks and
with this
stuff.
game.
Yeah, I remember the kicks.
This was when I first started getting into motocross, and this was like the only motorcycle game where you could like jump them. And so I used to love this game. You could kick and punch.
I remember
It's
that.
so like unrealistic.
I think I used to play this, but on arcade. Like not on the Sega Genesis, but definitely on arcade.
Yeah,
I remember
miss
the
arcade.
punching.
I wish they'd bring back like a legit arcade. That'd be awesome. But I just don't know if there's a market for it. I think there would be for people our age if they made it like adult with adult beverages and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, it's got to be like something similar to Joseph Juice.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know that you do motocross and stuff. You know, like you actually do it in real life.
This is nothing like this.
Do you also kick and punch?
You would get disqualified so fast.
That would be cool.
There was
though.
somebody that in the World GP
Yeah.
that somebody got really close to this other guy. I don't remember exactly what happened. But he tried to kick him. And
In real life.
yeah, because
Oh,
they were like going into a turn and got really close, and the guy like picked his foot up and tried to kick him off,
Yeah.
and he got in a lot of trouble over that.
Oh man.
What is
Well,
this?
yeah, you can kill somebody. Did you ever play the Battletoads?
Mm-mm.
No way.
Never
I'm
even
not
heard
gonna
of
play it
this.
all, but like this was a kick-ass game for Super Nintendo. Let me show you a clip. So you had both Double Dragon, remember?
Yeah.
They were badass. And
Oh, yeah.
Battletoads, it was an original
Dude,
game.
Double
So
Dragon.
dude, Double
I
Dragon was
used to
pretty cool.
love Double Dragon.
Yeah, I remember that.
Awesome.
Ah, that's funny. Let me show you what Battletoads really are. And the sounds, the sound effects.
Dude, I never played this one.
No?
No.
So now that we are in the Super Nintendo, man,
Oh,
what do you remember playing Super Nintendo? Let me start. Mortal Kombat, but the trilogy.
oh, dude.
Mortal
The
Kombat.
first Mortal Kombat?
Well-
with the Sega Genesis, and you could
Yeah.
put in the blood code.
Oh, the blood. Yeah.
Yeah. It was so awesome.
Oh, look at this. It's gorgeous. Beautiful. So,
What about the second Mortal Kombat? Dude,
Mortal Kombat 2?
I
That was I think one of the best. In my opinion,
spent
Trilogy's the best.
hours upon hours.
yeah.
Dude, I was like 13 or 14, and they had that little katana. She was in that tight little thing, and their big ass titties flopping
They look
around.
real.
Dude, I was like a little kid. I'd get so horny playing. I was like, I'm gonna go fucking jack one out real quick.
I would have the same feeling with Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider? Oh, yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
God.
With the first.
Well, I mean, even now. Have you played the new one? Jeez,
No,
she
not
made
yet.
that chick smoking hot.
Yeah.
And she's so realistic looking now with the new graphics.
It's a problem.
Yeah. But dude, no, back then, legit, I'd be like 13 and see this girl wearing like, you know, bikini bottom and big floppy tits, and I'm like, yeah, I need to go crank one out real quick before I can continue playing.
I know, right? You can do it, man. Dude, you're at your home.
Yeah. I can do
These are
whatever,
your rules.
whatever I want. I do what I want.
Oh, this is Shao Kahn's what, wife or something like that?
Yeah.
Sindel.
Oh,
We got a fatality.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot this Sub-Zero was different than the other Sub-Zeros.
Yeah.
Did you ever play Paperboy on Nintendo?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Paperboy was good.
Dude, hells yeah. Paperboy.
P-A-P-E-O.
And yeah, I was trying to move up the ladder to Super Nintendo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
No, I
do
knew
remember
that
this
you
game.
were, but I just keep getting flooded with all these old games.
Yeah.
This is what I played, you know. I probably played this system more than. Well, I'm not gonna say more than any system, but I feel like there was just more games for this system. I feel like
Right.
you know, and back then,
I think it was a breakthrough.
but see, like back then too, you didn't play games like you do now, right? Back then, you had 3 lives. Once you died, that was it. So you do it a few times and you get bored of it and you put in another game. So
Right.
throughout the day, I'd play like 6 or 7 games.
Right.
Whereas now, every game's designed for you to beat, but over 40, 60 hours.
Yeah.
So I'll sit on the same game for several weeks before I play another game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about are you going to 64 now?
I thought it was SNES. You're right. I
I was
jumped.
gonna
it.
say while we're on the NES.
Yeah. Let's.
What about
let's do that.
Mario Kart, dude?
Oh,
first
dude, how do you
Mario
miss that?
Kart.
No. This is
That game was so amazing.
in my opinion, it was revolutionary.
Yeah.
I remember that it was just crazy intense, and we had, the giggles for hours.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to play with my cousins
Oh, yeah.
in Monterrey, and the thing about the weekends would be I would aim to go to my cousins and spend the night there with them.
Yeah.
Unless the aunt and my mom were
Fighting.
if they if they were not fighting, then I would say.
Yeah.
And dude, the thing, it was like we were gonna play Mario Kart all night long until freaking 4 in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. And
Well,
this game was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it was for me and my friends too. It was like the weekend would come, like 2 or 3 of us would all stay at one of our friends' houses,
Right.
and we would game on this and Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
till like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
Then we'd get up and game more till our parents picked us up. Like, it was unreal. We got to a point where
Pizza.
all of us we lived, I'd say, within a mile of each other.
Yeah.
Like, our neighborhood's backed up. And we would even sneak out to each other's houses at like midnight,
Really?
Yeah, dude. Sneak out and go play games with each other till the wee hours of the morning. Like, this is all stuff I think about. Like, when I think about all the shit that I did, that when I have a kid, I'm going to be like, I know what that little fucker's doing. I did all that stuff, right? And so am I going to put a stop to it or like let him do it, like it's part of like growing up, right? The risk of getting caught.
You know how I think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be that just like our parents with us, they were like,
I think our parents knew a lot more than we thought that they knew.
oh, absolutely,
Of what
no,
we
no,
were
no.
doing.
I agree with you 100%. However, I think that whenever we are in that stage where we are in a position to, tell them what to do and what not to do, I think we're gonna be like, things are different. Back in my day,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
even in the pandemic, we didn't have to go out. We could play Xbox Live.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm not saying that's gonna be the case, but
even when you think about it now,
I'm sorry for that. I clicked on something.
no, it's fine. Even when you think about it now, it is different.
Yes.
Because when I was growing up,
It is.
well, you were growing up, yeah, we had telephones, but it was connected to the house. So you'd be on the phone and your mom would pick up, Ryan, get off the phone, I gotta use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now every kid's got their own fucking cell phone. They've got Xbox Live, so they're playing with each other. They don't even have to be at each other's house.
Communication is not a problem anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
So it's not as. I think it really changed the social dynamics for kids, right?
yeah.
Because it's not like, hey, I'm going to my buddy's house to play. It's like, yeah, I play with him every night on Xbox Live, It's definitely a lot different.
No, it's definitely a lot different. Like as I mentioned right now, like communication is now not a problem.
Yeah.
And those awkward moments when you were trying to call somebody or get a call, or you were in the call with somebody, and then your parents get on the phone and they, oh my god, I remember.
Or they're like, Ryan, it's time for bed. Get off the phone. Come on, 5 more minutes. I'm talking to Sean, please, Mom. Or we're like, oh, dude, see, and this is what made you a man, which kids aren't gonna have anymore.
Yeah.
When you had to get a chick's number and call her fucking house, and her dad answers, right? And you're like, hey, is Tiffany?
Or you would just hang
Yeah.
up. But what would he say?
Well, that's
to
what
you?
I'm saying. Like, it's what made you a man, because you had to not be afraid to do that. But now, like, they just give out cell phone numbers, and you don't have to talk to dads.
Dude,
you know?
they must be, not even that. They must be sending nudes and stuff, and you don't even freaking know because of the Snapchat thing that started.
You know it.
That you send something and it'll disappear right away.
Yeah.
That is just like enabling.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's another story, man. I wanted to jump to Nintendo 64.
Okay. Yeah, I love Nintendo 64.
And one of the games that I loved, I
Star
freaking
Fox.
love this game. Star Fox, man. What do you think about it?
I love Star Fox.
Did you?
Star Fox was a really fun game.
Yeah. Did you ever own?
Oh, yeah. Yep, I definitely own this, and Star Fox is a phenomenal game.
I'm going left.
This
This is groundbreaking.
yeah.
It's groundbreaking.
Well, there's a few more groundbreaking games. I think Nintendo 64 really took things to a whole
They
nother
had
level.
no competition. Like this
Yeah.
is, I think Nintendo 64.
I mean, this is like when
this is before PS1.
this is when PS1 started coming out.
Right.
And it started, they had that Bandicoot. That was like one of their big games.
I don't remember the games. I remember that PS1 had the technology.
Crash Band.
Crash Bundle.
Or something like that.
And like PS1 had the technology, but Nintendo had the games.
Yeah.
Like the big titles. Like
Yeah, I
this.
mean, you have this. You have Nintendo. You have what was the one we were just watching?
This brings back memories
Mario
of your
Kart
dad.
64. That game,
Hey, Einstein.
especially. Yeah.
Like Mario
That
Kart
game,
64.
That game was so much
And
fun.
by the way, to my friends that they go on my social media, they're gonna know right now that I still get together with my cousins in Mexico, and we still, up to like literally 2019 is the last time that I was in Mexico, we were still playing Mario Kart 64.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, did I show you I found a lot of my old systems in there.
Yeah, you did.
Did I show you that? Yeah, I've got my Nintendo 64 in there, my Super Nintendo, my Sega Genesis, my 32X.
You got them all?
Yeah, my PlayStation 2. My cousin Jason has the original Nintendo. It wasn't mine. It was the one that my grandparents kept for when I went up to see him. I think he has my original Xbox One as well. Oh, and I found my GameCube. So it's pretty
The
cool.
original Xbox One or Xbox?
Or Xbox.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. God, I remember this. But dude, I mean, this system just everything was groundbreaking. Donkey Kong Race or Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah,
Diddy Kong Racing was amazing.
everything.
Donkey Kong Country.
Now we go to GoldenEye. Oh, Donkey
Well,
Kong
hold
Country,
on.
I remember it was so good.
So Donkey Kong Country
Yeah,
being 3D,
yeah.
right? Game was just incredible.
And I remember it looked like so crisp. It looked like so good. Like the look at it, the animation, the graphics, everything looked like
This is like
so
the
crisp.
first game I can remember where you could where they would have like arcades inside the game that would bring you back to the original games.
Right. Like
which was
mini
cool.
games.
Huh?
Like mini games.
Yeah.
Oh, or even. All right. Yeah, maybe I'm not following you. I'm sorry.
So you could find an arcade
Yeah.
in this game where you could play the original
Right.
game.
Like
which
an
is-
Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I never played it like that.
Or like,
I was never good at it.
did you ever play Mario 64?
Yes, one of my favorite. Mario 64.
Mario 64 was
It's amazing.
it was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
It was just unbelievable. This game was so good.
And it was so long. And that's
Yeah.
a good thing. I'm not saying it is a bad
Well,
thing.
that's what it was more like an RPG.
Yeah. And,
It was an open world RPG in a sense. You
So
could go
many. Uh-huh.
anywhere.
Yeah.
You could go anywhere and do anything.
You can go anywhere. What is it that you like the most about it? I mean, of all the things that you've said about Mario 64, what is it that you like the most?
I mean, it's really kind of a mixture of everything. The storyline was great. The gameplay was just incredible. The boards that they set up, the missions, the challenges, like all that stuff. It was just so much fun. Just it being an open world versus a side scroller. You know, where you could run around, you could do 3 jump flip things. It was just fun, man. It was awesome.
Yeah. The water thing, I remember it was one of the things that I couldn't believe. I was like, how can I explain this? I've never been obviously a programmer, even though you know, like my bachelor in IT. I've never been a programmer. I've never liked coding, but I understand how hard it is. You know, like, and I understand. So I remember that when I was playing this game, I was looking at the water.
Don't understand. Like,
but it's still like
it's amazing to me.
it's amazing what they were doing.
That's all like
back
circles, zeros, and ones
then. Yeah,
makes that.
yeah,
It's
100%
unbelievable.
true. And for me, it is still amazing what they were doing with this technology.
Yeah. I mean, just seeing the evolution, right? We started with Pitfall, and now we're here. Started from the bottom, now
Now we're here.
we're here. But yeah, so you were about to show what I think was probably the most revolutionary game,
Yes. You couldn't have said
at
it.
least for first-person shooters.
You couldn't have said it in a better way. I think GoldenEye was the breakthrough game for first-person shooters. Like, it changed it, it revolutionized the game.
I mean, it was a whole new. Honestly, I think it was a whole new game type.
Yeah.
Like they had never had a game type like that. And off of this game,
first-person shooter.
yeah,
Yeah.
off of this game spun off Turok, spun off a bunch of first-person shooters. Remember Perfect Dark? Perfect Dark was this, but on steroids. Perfect Dark
With
is
the
one of
crazy
the
guns.
best games
Yeah.
I've ever played. I mean, this game was too. Do you know they're remaking this? Have you seen
No.
that? Oh, dude.
Man, I haven't
It
seen
looks fucking phenomenal. The graphics.
I haven't seen it. And what you were saying about the Perfect Dark, dude, I used to love that game. I was not good at it. I remember. Maybe we can see something, right? You want me to click on it? Yeah, I clicked on it. I don't care. You wanted it.
Huh?
To click on it. I clicked on it.
GoldenEye
no, I wanted you
64.
to.
Wow, this is it.
One of the most iconic games from the Nintendo
Silo
64,
infiltrated.
released
Oh,
in
yeah.
1997.
I remember
It's
Dude, it
been
looks
a
great.
remake on PC, and a few days ago, its
It looks
developer
amazing.
posted this new gameplay footage,
It
which
looks
shows off
kinda-
the Silo mission.
Doesn't look as good as I thought.
This
it
game
would.
holds a
That's the
special
nostalgia
place in
kicking
my
in.
heart as probably one of the first
No,
shooters
really,
I ever
that
played.
nostalgia.
I still remember
It's kicking in right now,
10-year-old
and you're
me
like,
getting
the
to play
nostalgia
game
is
for the
gonna
first
take you
time.
back
I was at my
to that
auntie's house
feeling
where
when you were
I
young.
But no,
along
this
for
looks
a
just
family
like the
birthday or
original.
something.
This
A
doesn't
little.
look like the
Time, I only
remake.
owned
Right.
PlayStation.
The pictures of the
and didn't
remake I
even
saw
know
were.
what a Nintendo 64 was. But my nephews
It-
had
I mean,
gotten
it-
one
it looked
along
real.
with GoldenEye.
So you
so
just
I
saw
was in their
pictures.
bedroom.
Yeah, I just saw
Needless
pictures.
to
I
say,
didn't see actual
remained
gameplay.
there playing
This looks
the
like the
game
actual
until
gameplay.
the party was
I mean,
over
of
and my
the original
parents
though.
came to usher me home.
Regardless, I
Looking back
remember
on it
this
now,
mission.
the game
It was a
seems
lot of
Well,
very
the
bare
graphics
bones. There's
definitely were not like
ADS
that,
in
but I know what you're
sight, there are
saying.
very few UI
You
elements,
know
like
that
it.
and the
the
control
original.
system
So
is
back to
nothing like we
Perfect
see
Dark.
in
Yeah.
shooters today.
What
But
I
at the
thought
time,
was
the Nintendo
revolutionary about
64
that
was
game
more
was
powerful
their
than
multiplayer.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
A situation
Because
we would
that was
never
the
see
first
again, in
game
fact, and it
where so the Bond game multiplayer
Yeah.
was revolutionary.
Yeah, the
1v1.
multiplayer. That's where I was going. Yeah.
1v1.
Yeah.
What was revolutionary about Perfect Dark multiplayer was that was the first game you could set up a character with like your gamer tag. That's how I got G-Slice. Was that game setting up my gamer tag.
Really?
Yeah.
I
And
don't remember that.
and you could do co-op in that game. So you
Yeah.
could play the whole game co-op,
I never played it co-op. No.
which was also revolutionary. But you could do like the James Bond co-op, like certain levels. You could do a level and you could set like 40 bots to
Oh,
be
yeah.
against you.
The
And you and your buddy were against all these bots
yeah.
on the same board. So it's almost like PvP in a sense
But that
nowadays, but it was like co-op PvE. I don't know. It was just so much fun,
But
man.
that game, the one you're talking about, was like the gold. I mean, the James Bond after GoldenEye. I remember the bots
Yeah.
after GoldenEye, right?
No, I'm talking about this Perfect Dark.
Oh, Perfect Dark.
Yeah, all this was Perfect Dark.
Hey man, I'm gonna leave you 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I'm gonna be right back.
12 seconds later.
He certainly did, and I'll brief you when you're on your route to Chicago. We might still be able to help him, even after those butchers remove his personality. He thinks they'll keep a copy of it in a safe place.
I feel like I'm in, man.
I thought you were going to say let's start through the bitch. That's how we're starting this.
How's it going?
Yeah, but I was gonna say to Pac-Man. I did say that.
Yeah,
I did
so
say that. I did
just so
tell
you know, we had a commercial break because Taco here had to go take a leak.
Dude,
And
we can definitely put a screen with Appalachian.
oh
Truth
yeah,
Serum with an elevator music in the back.
we should. Yes.
We're definitely doing
So
that.
that was our break.
This is
that
a
was
sound I love.
our Appalachian True Service break. So
Hey,
all
man,
right.
let's continue. What's
yeah.
up?
So
Hey, it wasn't just a second.
here's for me. So 007 and Perfect Dark were the most, in my opinion, game revolutionary making of the game. But I think the best game, and probably game revolutionary game, that sounded really weird when I said that, for the series, which I've already said is the best game of all time.
What?
I've already said, to me, is the best game of all time. Look just so good.
What? The one from the 64?
Zelda.
Ocarina of Time. Yeah.
I think to a lot of people, this is like literally
Yeah.
one of the best games ever made. I mean, still to this day, it's considered one of the best
No,
games of
you're
all time.
you're 100% right, and I've heard so much about it, man. I remember when I was in late elementary school when it came out, this game. I remember that everybody was into it, but I didn't have it yet, the system, and everybody was talking about it, and I was more into Mario Kart and GoldenEye and stuff like that than RPGs.
Yeah.
And this is like, I know this is like one of the best ever, like
Yeah.
up to this point, like up to 2020.
I mean, I think it's all, to each their own. Some people, like my cousins, for instance, right? He only plays COD. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's all he likes. I enjoy playing PvP
Yeah,
now and then,
Yeah.
but it's not my favorite. Like I've got to
Yeah.
have character development. I've got to have story. I've got to have
Of course.
stuff like that. And so when I'm just grinding COD for no end to it, it's just start a mission, get killed every 5 seconds, or
Yeah.
not even a mission, just a game.
I think
It gets
yeah.
boring to me, but he loves it. And he's like, well, it's about the camaraderie. It's not about. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but I can also do, Fallout 76, which is a PvP or it's a co-op game with a story and character development, or Destiny, which is a
Yeah.
character development
I never played
story.
Destiny, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, there's like, so to me, that's more my style.
Yeah.
I like Call of Duty. I just can't do it every night.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I know exactly.
and
what
it's
you're
just
saying.
different gamers, different strokes for different folks. But for me, honestly, I could be. Is this guy just literally backing up throughout the whole?
Oh,
map?
the
He
player
is.
in the video.
He's literally just going backwards the whole way.
Change it over.
But for me, I can literally just play RPGs the whole time. Because
Right.
for me, what's fun about video games, yes, I love playing co-op stuff with my friends. And it's a way to stay in contact with your friends. It's even if you don't see each other for 6 months or a year because they live elsewhere, you're still like hanging with them, playing games with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And staying up to date. So that part's awesome. The part's really awesome. But what I love about RPGs is I lose myself in them. As in, I lose touch with reality. I get so involved with the storyline and the puzzles and everything like that. I almost feel like I'm that character that I'm playing. And then it's funny, like even when I'm not playing the game,
It's really cool.
I'll think about like I vividly remember when I was playing Ocarina of Time, I could not get past this one part. And this was back when I was still in high school.
The fire temple right here.
No.
Oh, you
I'm
mean
just saying
like
in this
general.
game.
Sorry.
And I remember I was in high school and I was like, I was supposed to be obviously paying attention to class, but I could not stop thinking
Yeah.
how the fuck I could get past this
That
board.
happened
I
to me
couldn't
as
do
well.
it. I was stuck on it for hours. And I fucking figured it out in class, running through it in my head. I couldn't wait to get home, and I ran home. I didn't
Like to
run, I
try
drove
it?
home. Yeah, and I tried it and fucking got past it. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And it's just, that's what's so cool. That's why I love like Dragon Con and
Yeah.
all these cons where you dress up and it's like you're living your fantasy
Yeah.
a little bit, like you're escaping reality, all this shit and suck of reality, and you're going to this cool little fantasy world. Like my first time at Dragon Con, I'll never forget this. It was the coolest experience. You remember the very first Star Wars?
Remember what about the first Star Wars?
Well, I mean, did you see it? I guess I should ask.
Yeah, but I was born.
Okay, so do you remember at
we
the
were
very beginning of the very first Star Wars?
Yeah.
And they go to this bar.
Yeah. That's
And you look, the camera scrolls down and there's all these monsters.
Yeah.
Scrolls this way and there's all these monsters. Right? So what was so cool about the first time I'm at Dragon Con is that I go to the bar and I look down and there's all these costume monsters. I look down, there's all these costume, and it's like this. It's just
You got the same
fucking.
feeling?
Yeah, dude, it's epic, and I'm like, I'm with my people. I'm with my fucking these
Yeah.
nerds, man. We're all just nerding out, having a blast, having a party, fucking drinking, just talking about different games, different movies, different fantasies, and just all decked out.
I should have totally gone to Dragon Con with you.
You should have, man. You found every excuse not to.
I found every excuse not to. And to anybody who doesn't know, Dragon Con is like one of the biggest
I
Comic
think
Con.
it's the sister of Comic Con.
Comic Con is in San Diego, right? Like the
Mhm.
biggest one.
That's the largest one, and Dragon Con supposedly its sister.
Right.
I don't know if it's run
And
by.
it
I
happens
don't know
here
if
in
that means
Atlanta.
it's run by the same people or it's sister in size or what. But yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah. I did go to a couple of them, but the last two, you know, I could have gone with you. The last
Yeah.
two.
You could have. You would have.
Next
You
time,
should've.
you know, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know if I'm gonna get a friggin'
Well, I don't even know if they're gonna have it this year because of coronavirus. Like they've already canceled Renaissance Festival, which is another thing I go to every year.
Renaissance Festival.
Hmm.
Which one is that? By the way, let me.
Renaissance Festival is amazing. It's
Yeah.
this massive place on several acres of land where everybody dresses up like Renaissance era, like
Yeah,
you know.
like the Renaissance and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah. And they
Yeah, I
have
remember.
like swordsmiths there,
Yeah.
literally making swords in front of you, telling you how they're making it. Glass blowers, like all kinds of shit, man. And it's like it's built like a town inside of a castle, like
Yeah.
a town would be. They have jousting matches. It's
Jousting.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And they sell beer and mead, like old mead like they would drink back in the day, honey
Yeah.
wine. It's so much fun. And we just dress up and go, and I always buy something while I'm there, like to add to my costume. Like I got these badass leather gauntlets. And
What are the dates?
so it's usually right now mid April till June, I think.
I don't
but the-
remember having passengers like that. By the way, I brought a little souvenir.
Yeah, I saw
Continue,
that.
man.
But yeah, so well, what I was saying is with that being canceled, I don't know if this is gonna affect Dragon Con also.
Most likely it will.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, we've already, you can see it over here. Where do you see it? Over here. Like, we're already almost out of time, but
Yeah.
I don't want to end on a sour note. But
Well,
yeah,
no.
this thing is going to continue for a while. It definitely is.
Well, real quick,
Definitely. Yeah.
because I know we're gonna end.
Yeah, man. This is part one. This just became part one.
Yeah, literally, because we're not even halfway through
No, we're not.
games. But before we can end Super Nintendo, or actually Nintendo 64,
Let's do it,
and
man.
don't forget we glazed over a lot of really good games.
Yeah.
Like Doom, right?
Yeah.
For PC. Remember Duke Nukem? Oh my God, the
Yeah.
original Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem, the original, not the new one.
no,
the
no,
original.
no. The original Duke Nukem
Yeah.
was fucking insane.
Yeah. I'm just going to put this in the background real quick.
The original Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein, of course. Yeah.
Wait, oh, that's another game, dude. The new ones, they have little
Yeah.
Easter eggs, nuggets, I don't know what you want to call it, where you can go up and you find this arcade and you can play the original Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Oh my God. See, this is the Doom that I liked.
Yeah. I love this game.
This was awesome. I remember this like yesterday. I did not like the new Doom that much. Now, I haven't played the new one that, I don't even know, is it out already?
Oh, wait. Yeah, the new one is out.
Okay, so I haven't played that one, but I played the one that came out
before.
just before it. And I
Like,
honestly wasn't a
3 or 4 years
fan.
ago.
I was like, this is just like, let's see how graphic and gory we can make this, you know?
Yeah. You ever played this?
Heretic? No.
Oh, Heretic. It's so good. I mean, I'm not
I
gonna
don't
show
even
it to
think
you
I've
right
heard
now.
about it.
It's like a Doom, but you're a wizard,
Okay.
and that's it. You're a wizard, and there's gore. So
Hmm.
pretty much it's the same.
Raven, dude,
but-
I didn't realize Raven Software is that old. They still make games.
I didn't know they still made games.
Yeah.
But this was a great freaking game. Like, it's like Doom, as you can see.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one that you mentioned,
Duke Nukem?
Wolfenstein, Doom. Well, I wanted to talk to you. Let's do this in the part 2, in the second part, with the more futuristic games, because the Doom game is making a big buzz. like a big fuzz. And the Call of Duty games that you were talking about is like I play Call of Duty, but only with the Xbox Live friends. Just like you mentioned, like I don't wanna play by myself. I don't have any. Like they're like my friends are like, did you finish the campaign already? And I'm like, no. I don't care
I'm
about
the opposite. I only bought this game for the campaign,
right?
Because I love the campaign and the stories. What pisses me off is that they cut out campaigns, right? They cut out co-op campaigns. And the last one that they released didn't even have a campaign, so I didn't even buy it. Now I do like their zombie mode. I think zombies is a lot of fun, but they don't even have zombies in it.
No, they don't. And what I was trying to say, I was not trying to say the opposite, that I like it. I like the Call of Duty for Xbox Live, but I also enjoy more games that I can play by myself, games that I can play for the story, games that I can play. Like for example, like the Halo games. Of course, the multiplayer game was super big, but the early Halo games, they had a great story, and I freaking love the story.
Yeah.
And not only that, but more recent, the Assassin's Creed games, Assassin's Creed, those games have a great story because it's kind of history.
Assassin's Creed, man.
And,
I love. So I actually, you know what's funny is I played the first one, and it was so repetitive. I was like, this game's awful. And then I literally ran out of video games.
Right. Yeah.
It was at like the time when they were trying to convert to the new system, so nobody was making games, but the new systems hadn't released with new games. So I was like, fuck, I'm bored, I want to play something. So I read reviews that were saying that the new Assassin's Creeds were a lot better. Don't put it up there because we got to talk about the new. That's episode 2.
Yeah, we got a
futuristic games. Here's what you can put up. This was the game, the other game that I wanted to talk about. Was the second Zelda that they released for the Nintendo 64.
What's the name of the?
Majora's Mask.
Oh, I never. This is uncharted territory for me.
But before I go into this. The Assassin's Creed. So I played the second one because I heard it was better. Like they fixed all the repetitiveness.
Right.
And I was so hooked on that game.
Yeah.
That I played everyone since.
That was me, as well.
Yeah.
I played the first one. I loved it, repetitive, and I played the second one a lot.
Yeah. Well, I didn't love the first one. I got bored of it because it was so repetitive.
It was repetitive. All the cities were the same.
Yeah, but then I heard that they improved that on the second one. So then, starting the second one, ever since then, I've played everyone ever since. So that will be where we can definitely talk going into, the modern systems.
Yeah, the modern systems.
But anyway, yeah.
What about Majora's Mask? I never played this one, man.
So this one, it's funny. You get mixed reviews on it.
Yeah.
I thought it was absolutely phenomenal. I thought the storyline was absolutely great. What people didn't like, one thing that they didn't like was that the main bad guy, Ganondorf, was not it in this game. So they had kind of made a few changes from the main storyline, which I can see why people would get mad at that, because that's the new one. I feel like they went so far away from what Zelda is that it pissed me off. It's funny because I feel like the new one, which we'll talk about more when we get to the modern games, but the new one was so far away from The Legend of Zelda that I was like, this sucks. This isn't Zelda.
Yeah.
But if you said, hey, here's an RPG, I'd be like, wow, this is one of the best RPGs I've ever played in my life. The fact that it had the name Zelda in there pissed me off because it wasn't Zelda. You know what I mean? But this game was so epic in the sense of, like, the one before this one, you could go from a kid to an adult. Well, this one you couldn't, which I was really bummed out about because I like being the adult.
Like on the game, on the Ocarina of Time?
because you could travel through time.
Oh.
But this one, you could travel through time, but only 3 days. So you had 3 days, and then the world was going to end if you didn't reverse time in time.
It's crazy.
And yeah, dude, it was really crazy. And what was even more crazy was every day was a completely different, like, scenery, outlook, music. People would go from happy to super depressed because you would see this meteor getting closer, or I think it was actually the moon that was about to crash into the world. This game was really fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Like,
the
people that didn't.
The graphics feel better than the Ocarina of Time, obviously. But I'm listening.
I feel like they were pretty close because they were still 64.
Yeah.
But this game and Ocarina of Time, I've probably beat more than any Zeldas combined. I've probably beat both of these at least 5 times.
Nice.
When I found out that they remade it for the 3DS,
yeah,
I went out and bought a 3DS in both of these games so I could play it in HD 3D. It was, and beat them both. They were epic, man. So epic.
Yeah. I gotta play them myself. I gotta get a...
I mean, I've bought pretty much all of them on my Nintendo U and Switch. I think there's only a few that I haven't been able to buy yet. But I don't even care if I ever play them again. I just want to own them.
Yeah.
Like, I even own, like, because I bought the original Legend of Zelda, the second one, was it The Adventures of Link or whatever. I've got A Link to the Past. I've got the spin-off to A Link to the Past. I can't remember that name. I've got Link's Awakening. I have, actually, the U that I have is the Wind Waker. U came with the Wind Waker, which was probably the best storyline, or one of the best storylines I've ever played. But they destroyed it with the graphics. They went from, I remember, this was when the internet was starting out, and like IGN was showing all these incredible pictures of the game.
Right.
So taking it from this N64 to like these more like realistic graphics for the GameCube, and we're like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. Last second, they said they wanted to go to more of a cartoon feel, and completely reverted on the graphics to this fucking cartoon graphics.
So the pictures that you saw were from a game that never came out.
Exactly.
Wow.
And I was so pissed because that story is so epic, and how they tied all the legends in together, and then it's just like cartoon graphics. But then, yeah, it's yeah, I don't know, man. It's I've got like all of them. I've got Princess or Twilight Princess, because what's cool about the U is it has the original Wii on it too.
Yeah.
So I've got the Twilight Princess, and I've got Skyward Sword, and then I've got
those are different versions of the Zelda games.
They're all just they're all just new,
like new stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So then I've got the new one for my Switch. Actually, I've got both of the new ones for my Switch. So
yeah, man.
It's awesome.
I want to get on a side note, I want to get the newest Nintendo system just for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, so that's a game we didn't talk about.
Dude, and that came out in Nintendo 64.
I know.
It was big, man. We
So
gotta talk about
the
it.
original Smash Bros. Put it on while we're on 64.
This was beautiful.
So the original Super Smash Brothers was really, really fun. I loved it. But the new one,
There's no bud, man.
the new one,
Yeah.
everybody keeps asking me, have you got the new Smash Brothers? They also keep asking me about the new Mario Kart, which I wouldn't mind getting. But everybody keeps saying, have you gotten the new Smash Brothers? And I tried playing it, and I can't even fucking follow it. It's, I don't know if it's because I'm too old or what, but you've got everybody.
We are.
Everybody starts at once.
Yeah.
So I see my character here, and it goes 3, 2, 1, go. And my character runs in, then boop, 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 boop. Lights, sounds, flashes. I'm like, all right, I have no fucking clue where my character is.
We're old.
And and then it's match over, and I got last place, so I died.
Yeah.
I have no clue. Like, at least this one, I could follow my character.
What is this guy doing? This is the worst video I could. Dude, yeah. I know what you're saying.
I mean, dude, the new Smash Brothers is like, it's all explosions and lights and sounds, and you can't follow it, dude. The second your character starts, he gets blown across the screen, and you never see him again until they fucking have to go. Like, at least this one I could follow.
Yeah.
I could follow what was happening. This one was a lot of fun.
Man, this one was like super fun. I remember. Man, this was. Yeah, this was a great freaking game. Like a really, really great game. And then the new versions of Smash Brothers, every time they come out, they're always good.
Yeah.
Always good. Like, it's so consistent. Talking about games.
But they,
It is so consistent.
what I think is cool about them is how many new characters they're creating.
Oh, yeah. And they bring characters from other franchises.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're like this new one, they brought so many. It's like a cross-play game in a sense, where they're just constantly bringing tons of new characters from other games.
I think Sonic
cool.
is the new one. Of course he is. I don't want to sound too ignorant. Somebody's gonna know.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
I think they are. Like Sonic. Yeah, that's the one that comes to my mind. But oh man, like the Smash Brothers games are really, really, really cool.
Yeah.
I remember this one as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, this one, the one for 64, I played a shitload. Really like this.
What is the what is the word for the software when you play like Nintendo 64 and Nintendo 64? You play simulator. It's there's a word.
I'm not a PC gamer, so.
Me neither. Just because I got a computer in January, I started getting into it, but I'm not.
It's funny, man. Like, you got PC gamers who are diehard PC gamers, and they're like constantly talking shit about console games. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, they're like, oh, you know PC's good. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
That's exactly
You're like
what I think.
smushed up against the screen, and I'm like laying back in my recliner. I'd rather be laying back in the fucking recliner than sitting there fucking uncomfortable. Like, I'm not trying to be the best gamer in the world. I'm never gonna make $1 million on League of Legends. So.
I just want to play and have
I just,
a nice,
yeah,
good time.
I would rather lay back for several hours and be comfortable. You know what I mean? And that, again, I'm not a competitive gamer. I don't care about it. So.
I started playing PC games this January. I mean, I've played PC games before, but not as in the ones that we play on console and stuff like that. So it was the first time in my hand, my left hand, because the keyboard, it hurts so much.
Really?
Like, my hand, like, because
Get, like,
I'm not
carpal
used to
tunnel
it.
syndrome?
I'm not used to like the you know, like on the keyboard. You have to walk on the keyboard. You have to choose your weapons. You have to jump, to crouch. You have to like do all the things on the keyboard.
Yeah.
But I'll give them this. Like PC gamers for shooter games, for example,
Oh,
I'm
it's way
playing Call of Duty.
Dude, I
The
turn off
mouse.
crossplay. I turn off crossplay because if I'm playing against a PC motherfucker, that dude, I can't even see. He's like
Well,
so fast with the
yeah.
mouse.
I can tell you right now, this is the first time I experience it. It's so easy to aim with the mouse, man. It's so easy, and it's so comfortable. It's really comfortable. And then I switch, you know, like I'm playing on my PC with my buddies, and I tell them, you know, like my hand hurts. I'm gonna switch to the Xbox, and I do, because this does happen. And when I do, now I can't aim. Like with the joysticks.
It's
you know,
so
like,
much harder
with the
to aim.
controller.
I don't know why. I would think with your fingers, it'd be so much faster.
Yeah.
But it's not. Like, it's harder to get good aim. Whereas the mouse, you're just Like, I don't know why. It
It's
translates easier.
It's easier with the mouse, man. It's really easier. I like it. The problem with the PCs is like, this is a big problem with the PCs. Like, the guy's gonna say like, oh, you have a console, I have a PC, huh? You know, like you peasants, stuff like that. You know, like But the thing is that the PC guy, he spent a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
And you spent $250, man.
I know. Yeah.
$300, and you get practically the
I think
same
PC gamers.
Like,
I think PC gamers are like the guys
yeah,
that have small dicks and they go buy a fucking Ferrari.
yeah,
That's what a PC gamer is to me.
or a red Mercedes.
Yeah. Hey, you said it, not me. I mean, seriously, it's the small dick guy that's like, I'm gonna go get the biggest, baddest, most expensive thing so I can impress my girl with my PC gaming skills. And then yet she's gonna go suck the dude off like me that's over here with a $250 fucking Xbox slaughtering his ass. That sounded really nerdy.
The dick at the end is the same price, regardless of
Yeah.
the console or computer.
Exactly, right?
Man, I think we should end this, man.
Yeah, it's
We've been
fucking...
at it, dude. We've been at it almost 90 minutes in a few seconds.
Well, we're gonna cut out a little bit from my Appalachian ad while you're peeing and I'm sitting here doing
So
nothing.
it's gonna be like 85 minutes.
Yeah. All right, well, people, thanks for tuning in. I'm sure
Thank you.
maybe one or two of you watched. You're awesome. We love you.
And remember,
We need like a good, you know, like Nicole Arbor. She's such a good YouTuber. She's so hot too. She has her hashtag team, right? She goes hashtag go team.
Oh shit, we should have a
We need something like that.
hashtag. We need boobs as well.
Yeah, I was gonna get some fake tits for this. I think that'd help us
Yeah.
out a lot.
I was
You
not
can
thinking
get-
of that, but maybe we can have a.
How committed are you?
Eh?
I thought you were
know,
committed.
right?
I mean,
know.
if you're not committed to getting some fake titties for this,
I gotta
then-
work on myself, on my commitment, and make it work.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think we both need to get big fake tits
Yeah. What?
and come up with a hashtag.
We gotta talk about this, man. All right, guys. Remember, always have tacos.
And crackers. Not necessarily at the same time, but maybe you can make a taco out of crackers. Ooh.
Don't go Tex-Mex. Don't go Tex-Mex, please.
Peace out, guys. We love you guys.